Well, well, if it isn't the prodigy.
Who are you?
School of magic, dangerous waters, and treading air.
Well met. Need something?
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
What do you want, urchin child?
Already, Mister, good evening.
About in the time before the Blood Moon Revolt. Oh, well, and through those clicking sounds, Sure, where to?
Blasted blistering blazes! What the heck took you so long? We've been waiting for ages.
But you only just...
What matters now is that we find the gem that opens the temple doors. You two take care of that. I'll go ahead to the temple and inspect the gate. Any questions? No? Then beat it.
It helps to know what something looks like if you're supposed to find it. At least that's what I've been told.
I already told you that. A small red gem. If it's around here somewhere, and I'm quite certain it is, you should maybe search for it at the village treasury. Now get going. I'll see you at the temple.
And lo and behold, from one crazy mission into the other. The living temple. Whew. I never thought I'd get to see it up close. I suggest you take a look at the town hall. I'll browse the rest of the village. Just call me if you find something. Huh? About Fogville? Yeah, quite a lot actually. The story's always fascinated me. Yeah, and that's about what happened. How can I say this without going? Then, more and more travelers started disappearing, and surprisingly, that was when the Order couldn't ignore this issue any longer. But when these guards arrived, they were greeted by frenzied villagers, who were armed to the teeth and jumped on the guards like rats. When the guards returned, they were almost the size of an army, but still the villagers charged right at them. You can imagine the result. Well, the most common one is the proximity to the Whisperwood. We all know what these... At least that's the official explanation. Some conspiracy theorists see it. Exactly. Strange guy, to say the least. You know, shortly, there's a lot of speculation going on about this entire myth, and some of it's quite bizarre and more... Yes, it was. It turned out they sacrificed them. Later, when the Order searched Fogville for what could have caused all this, there were exactly 6 paintings, one on each wall, and they all depicted unholy scenes, whatever that may mean. As I said, they were mad, and this is also... Plus, this place isn't exactly easily charged. Just look at all the walls. It's almost a fortress. Keep your chin up. was quick. Any luck? Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Well, then I guess that means off to the temple. You ready? Wonderful. And here. I found this in one of the houses. I thought it might be useful. Go ahead then. I'll follow your lead. Never walked back on the road from the aged man's abode. Oh, blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing. Watch out.
at that. A lonesome traveler. You.
All right then.
What is this? Are you drunk? Come on, you can do better.
Huh?
Scratch!
Now, come on. Don't make it so easy.
Look at that. A lonesome traveler. You shouldn't have come here.
Now, come on. Don't make it so easy. And that's it. The Crystal Forest. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's an old legend. Apparently this temple has some kind of consciousness, so to speak. That's also the reason for the... Yep.
Well, that was quicker than expected. Show me. Maybe you've already heard the Enderal legend about it. Heareth his whispers, sung. Though most folk legends are superstitious, that has, however, less to do with some suicidal lover's tragic fates, but with a Pyrean. It works because the Pyreans found a way to conjoin some. The bound ones, as those whose consciousness was transferred were called, suffered atrocious pain during the ritual, but when it worked, they practically achieved immortality.
Well, that's consoling.
It's a terrible fate, yes, but we all know that with the right religious blathering, humans can be convinced to do just about anything. However, don't get the wrong idea. These bindings were unusual. Only a very few arcanists, mainly those of the issue. This temple is one. I doubt that it's resting, witnessing the downfall of one's own civilization, and since then being forced to hang around in an extinct world hardly has a positive effect on one's sanity. But we'll see. Go ahead. Put the gem in the socket over there.
I'll be damned.
Perfect. Then let's go. And keep your weapons ready. The undertrain will be the lowest level of the temple. At least if Lushishi's theories are true.
One question, Meister Firespark. Why me?
Why what?
This is the third time that you've hired me. And my pay isn't exactly humble. Why?
What do you want to hear? A love song? You're a drunkard and a scrounger. But you do your work and you do it good. The day I put my faith in one of these God's lambs will be the day I dance naked through the upper city, singing hymns of praise to the Lightborn.
I'd like to see that.
I'm sure you would. Now shut your mouth. Our entrance was everything but subtle, but we at least don't have to shout at this temple in the face, where it has to trigger the next trap. Junction. Seems that we have to... wait a moment. There's something written here. Chujara nem Curesa nem Gantila Bayara. Interesting.
Yes?
I'm translating. Lashery could do a better job with that. Age takes its toll, I suppose, but... I think that means something like the warrior The wise man and the dark one together wield the light. Ah, and look at the inscription above the doorways. Chuijara, Huresa, Gandila. The warrior, the wise man, and the dark one.
Sounds to me that there's something we need at the end of each of these tunnels to go further. To the light, whatever that is.
Brilliant deduction. That means we have to split up. Do you see the pressure plates in front of the doors? To me, it looks as if each of us has to stand on one to open the gates. I should take the path of the wise man. What about you, Joseph?
The warrior?
Good. That leaves you the path of the dark one. Off we go then. We'll meet again at the light. Come on, step on the pressure plates.
My door's open. Constantine?
Mine too. Then let's go.
There you are. Where is Bushybeard, though? A scream? But... wait. Do you hear that? There you are. Where is Bushybeard, though? A scream? But... wait. Do you hear that? That's his voice. He got here before we did, but he didn't wait. Why the heck would he... Yes, come on, let's take a look.
Shijara, Nem, Lohem, Shiraz, gradually. What the
Hello? Meister Firespark.
Yorila, Den Shohen. Shijara, Nem, Jogen, Veto, 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 Veto. Shijara, Nem, Lohem, Shiraz. She showed me all. The temple. She let me look through the window of time, and I saw it. All of it. The high ones, the light, the burnt flesh everywhere. Yes, because of the light. It burns us from within. I saw them, men, women and children. They were ablaze like the sun. So bright and oh, why did you show me? Why? No one should have to see something like that. No one. Yes, and they're with us here and now, everywhere and always. And no matter what we do, we can't hide. Do you understand? We can't.
Meister, you're not yourself. Just calm down and we can...
No! Stay away from me! You don't understand. You can't understand. She's so sad. So sad and so full of wrath because... we chose to close our eyes rather than see. Because we refuse to understand.
Understand what? You're not making any sense.
That it's us. We are sin. Don't you see? And there's only one way to end it.
What? No, no! Put that away! This is madness!
Madness? What we do is madness. This is the only way to break the cycle. One glance was enough to understand her suffering. To understand that there's no other solution than ultimate death. One day, you will understand that. You too, fleshless one. And now, we have to die. It won't change much. But maybe it will make her just a little happier. Forgive me.
That was... Why by the wise hermit would he do that? You mean he was possessed? I always thought the possessed have a red shimmer in their eyes when it gets bad. We'll need to tell the Order about it. Now, let's push on. At least... Yeah, you're right. Come on, let's find a shovel. Or something like that. What now? Such chaos. You hear that? Waves. Nature takes back what belongs to her. Let's hope the tunnels of this undertrain aren't flooded too. Wait, I know that smell. Stay here. Where did we find Yarrow's wife? Yarrow's companion. Where did we find her coffin? Please, just do... Then it really is you. Good question. Best you take a look for yourself. I'll wait here. So, any explanations? An illusion. Yes, of course. Created by this bloody temple. Or maybe even the High Ones. Yes, of course. That must be it. They're trying to confuse us. By their wise hermit, they'll do just about anything, won't they? This is just... wrong. This is crazy. Ugh. Well, working with you is definitely an experience, to say the least. We should push on, find that stupid train. I just want to get out of this place as quickly as possible. Bullseye. Seems like the water spared the train. It's beautiful in a way, don't you think? I bet every Arcanist would give his left hand just to get a look at it. And we're about to use it. Only thing left to do now is find out how. Seems to me that we first have to open this gate and reactivate the mechanism that powers this place. I'll take a look around. Try and find something that lets us open the gate. This is crazy. Just crazy. Go on inside and take a seat, okay? I'll see if I can get the train running somehow. It can't be too hard. Yes, I'm amazing. I know that. If being a merc doesn't work out in the long run, maybe I'll ask the Order to hire me as an expert on Pyrean railways. But no guarantee this thing won't drive us right into the next abyss. Anyway, I guess even with this thing, it should be a while till we arrive. Let's make ourselves comfortable. Sorry for the drama back there at the house. I guess I just didn't know what to make of the situation. No idea. And please, save the subtle accusations, okay? If I reacted... If the High Ones were planning to confuse us, they definitely succeeded. Still, we can't allow this to get inside. And at least it stays exciting. Two daring adventurers. Don't laugh, but this reminds me a little of my past. Of my childhood. Not the part including mysterious. My sister and I, when we were young, Father always gave us a good scolding when he got wind of it. But of course that didn't... Right. Because I never told you. Adela and I are not Yes, he did. Together with my siblings. Actually, Adela and I are the only surviving Delverics. All the others were murdered. No need to be. In a sad way, a part of me is actually glad everything happened the way it did back then. It made me into a man. And it showed stubbornness. My father was a judge in the tribunal, you know. He was a hard man, who at least... Justice knows no compromise. That was his great creed. No matter who stood before him in court, my father treated them all the same. Damien Delveric. Yes. And one day, the son of a highly regarded Archer Sublime stood before the 12 judges of the court. Valenzio Duran. He had murdered 2 whores, made them happy. You know those kind of people. The ones who think that money and power entitle them. Of course you can. 11 of the 12 judges voted for a verdict of not guilty, because they knew 1 week later our manor was robbed by 4 masked men who killed Officially, they were bandits, who just happened to be running around with blades made of shadow steel. My sister and I only survived. Ironic, isn't it? Of course. It was the... And what good did it do in the end? None. As we speak, Valenzio's enjoying himself. But you see, there's no point in being angry about this. And do you know why? There are decisions and there are consequences. That's it. This is also why there's absolutely no point in fighting. First of all, because no one will thank you for it. And second, because people are stupid. In the end, stupid people will destroy all you've achieved with no more than a snap of their fingers. Fight for the moment, and the moment only. Because unlike everything else... Do me a favor and read the Chronicles of Vin, then ask me again. Absolutely. If he had wanted to see this snob die so badly, there would have been other ways. Poison, an accident, a hired killer. Just a hint of common sense, that's all he would have needed. But, of course, none of that would have conformed with his sacred principles. Adela and I were still young when all this happened. A friendly family took us in, and my sister. But since then, we haven't been able to speak to one another. She raised a wall of ice. But, anyway, enough about me. You told me that the Creator's temple in Ostian had something to do with it, but what exactly happened? had my share of nightmares too. There was this one that plagued me for years. I'd be in some kind of hall, almost like a temple. Only that there were benches and aisles, like in a courtroom. My father sat on the judge's dais. He was a corpse. And all the spectators and the jury looked like him. Anyway, there was this grotesque trial scene where he accused me of refusing to do my duty for them. And it always ended with his skin melting off like hot wax. Pretty messed up, I know. Eventually, the dream stopped, though. Someone helped me with that. But anyway, enough of this gloomy talk for now. We should get some rest. We've still got a long ride ahead of us. I don't say this often, but I like working with you. You're okay. You really are. Good night. Rise and shine, my friend. We have arrived. How'd you sleep? I fell asleep too, but it must have been 7 or 8 hours at least. Very interesting machine, this Undertrain. Come on, let's take a look outside. Seems someone has prepared a welcome for us. As you wish. be damned. This is half. I suggest we split up. That way we'll... Here, this is your plate. I'll try going in from the east. You should go in from the west. And don't get caught, or try to play the hero, all right? Considering that we're anywhere inside the camp. But of course, an officer's tent, or maybe even Corex, would be ideal. We'll meet again here by sunrise. Good luck, and be careful.
They refuse. Then it was war. The gods have befouled the world with their ignorance long enough.
You know, that would mean the deaths of thousands of innocents.
No idolizer is ever innocent. Religions are ideologies, and an ideology is a decision. Subjects who don't rebel against their tyrants are at least as guilty as the tyrants themselves. But let's see what's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe that will listen to me.
Look at that. The urchin child who just won't stop struggling. Indeed. What do we want? You amuse us, you know. How you refuse to give up. How you keep on fighting, even though deep down you know your struggle is futile. But still, you have come a long way, because nothing is more entertaining than a harvest which fights back. So here's our offer, Prophet. Ask us whatever is on your mind, and we swear to answer truthfully. Or you can leave. It's up to you. That's up to you to decide. Come on, urchin. Ask or leave. In the end, you and your people will burn anyway. But sometimes, even the hope for deliverance alone has its merits. It's just what you think it is. A weapon that allows you to bring an end to all this. Fear, hate, joy. You assume we are thinking in human terms, Prophet. Yet, a true deity is more than a simple human able to throw fireballs, as your late Lightborn were. A true god is a state of being,
and its existence alone forms reality according to its will. There were so many before you, and so many have found the weapon, yet still we exist, and the cleansing is imminent. What does this tell you? Indeed, we are powerful, and we always will be. We know what you want to hear now, that you are special, that you have always been. But this is not true. You have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the truth is, you make our task easier. You are weak.
They want to destroy the beacon. Amusing, isn't it? They are doing our work for us.
Yes, but they are naive. They believe that the cleansing is a good thing, and that we, the High Ones, have come to raise humanity to a higher stage. Evolution. That is what they call it. Just as the lizard became a dragon, and the bird became a man. Their leader, Taranar Korek, thinks he is one of the emissaries, just like you. No, and neither is the old Aronthio. Korek considers himself a savior, chosen to guide humanity to a glorious future, but he does not understand that he is a victim of his own pride. We have never appeared to him like we did to you. You are the only figure of significance in this game, Prophet. Are you so blind? The dream of one long dead, which is about to... Very well. Now Shu, continue your vain search, and forgive us for the pain.
Now!
My lord, he is awake.
Splendid. May I introduce you? To your left, there's Samael, my bodyguard, master of Ostian's arena for decades. And to your right, there's Blade Master Alma Sordan, the most gifted sword fighter of Nerim's north and commander of my troops. Furthermore, there's an entire garrison of elite soldiers outside. So, can I trust you to not do anything stupid? I want to talk to you, face to face, as civilized people do. Fair point. But you forgot to mention that this particular someone tried to sneak into my camp. I think we are square. By the way, we have captured your friend as well. He's in a tent up in the camp, and we will compare your stories, so you'd better stick to the truth. Samael, take off the blindfold. Well then, I am Taranor of Korek's blood, former ruler of Kabiet, and now representative of the free peoples of Nerim, which you undoubtedly already knew. Who are you? That is who we are, yes. The civil war is over, and Nerim is once again united, free of tyranny and false gods. We don't follow a monarch anymore, and we do not pray to any idols, unlike people in this country. But we digress. Who are you? I see. And who sent you? And why? Actually, no, I won't. Contrary to what you might believe, I am no butcher, and I don't kill for the fun of it. And even though I cannot guarantee you will survive this night, I promise that cooperation will increase your chances drastically. So, who sent you? Just as I suspected. And how exactly...
My lord, I think you should see this.
Of course. We have taken the liberty of stripping you of your belongings. If you'll excuse me for a moment, please. A silver plate. I see. They were sent to spy on us.
Then let's kill them.
No. He was honest, and I am a man of my word. And actually... Actually, you have done us a favor. We can use the plates to present Aranthiel with our offer, without putting ourselves in danger.
What? How? What are these plates?
Old artifacts of the Pyreans. Their magic works like a sort of ear conch. Sounds are transferred from one plate to the other. And I strongly suspect that at this very moment, Taelor Aranthiel and Norathel's traitorous heirs are gathered around the counterpart, waiting for someone to activate this plate. Aren't they? Samael, do you know how to use these plates? Excellent. Then activate it. I will talk to old Aranthiel. Let's hope that he will listen for once in his life. Otherwise, this will end in disaster. Taelor Aranthiel. I know that you are there and that you can hear me, so why don't we just stop playing games? As you wish, Grand Master. You can keep quiet, but you should be aware of who's going to pay for your arrogance.
Haven't you had enough war by now? After 2 decades?
2 decades of war that were necessary because your god suppressed the people. Or would you deny even this?
Is that why you wanted to talk to me, Quarek? To throw around accusations?
No, that's not what I wanted. We are talking because I want to give you a chance. We know that you are fighting the High Ones, and that you're trying to reconstruct the beacon in order to stop them.
Which makes perfect sense, since the cleansing means the end of all life. Don't you agree?
No, I don't. And if you even remotely understood who the High Ones actually are, and what they represent, you wouldn't either. They are evolution, the ascendance of humanity to a higher level.
What?
Let's just face the facts for a moment. There's no evidence that the cleansing, whatever shape it will take, will be violent. Yes, the Pyreans are gone, but how do we know they've not just simply gone to another place? That they've transformed? The High Ones are not our enemies, Aranthiel. They are the next step of evolution, the envoys of our purpose, that we might become more than the simple-minded creatures we've been during the past millennia. This is what the cleansing actually is. Don't you understand? It's the moment when humanity is relieved of its vices, united, reaching a higher level of existence.
That's absurd.
To you, it might sound that way, but I have seen it with my own eyes. Ever since the gods departed, the High Ones have sent me dreams in which I can see the future, and it's glorious. It's not our destiny to stay human, Aranthiel. With their help, we will be gods, true gods, not the idols you have worshipped. It's the truth, whether you accept it or not.
By the... people are dying, Quarek. There's war all over Veen. The dead are rising from their graves, and people are killing each other for no apparent reason. Whatever you have dreamed, does this look like some kind of ascension to you?
I know about the Red Madness, but has it ever occurred to you that it follows a pattern as well? That it only befalls certain people?
Whom?
People whose thinking is in shackles. People whose minds are not free, and who are superstitious and ignorant. Such as the people in your country, to whom you have denied the truth about their gods.
What? Are you saying that the Red Madness only affects religious people? People who still believe in the Lightborn?
Yes, Religiosity is a pattern of thought that favors irrationality over reason. Someone who thinks in these patterns is simply not ready for the advancement, and the red madness is simply a way to sieve them out. A natural selection, if you will. That's also why you are not affected by it, Aranthiel, because you know that what you and your order fought so hard to keep up over the years were lies.
This is nonsense. There have been cases of red madness in the Order too, and we have seen what the cleansing will bring us in the dreams and in their chronicles, and it has nothing to do with some kind of ascension. Just listen to yourself, Korek. You talk like a mad prophet. Is that what you want to be?
Ah, you react just as I expected. Very well then. Will you at least hear our offer?
Speak.
The cleansing has to happen, and we, the free peoples of Nerim, will make sure that it does. We will not allow your backward thinking to keep humanity from advancing, as it has done for centuries. Therefore, if you don't want a war, you will stop rebuilding the beacon, and you will tell your people the truth about their gods, so that then they, too, can ascend when the time has come. You've said it yourself, Aranthiel. This world has had enough war. Spare it yet another one.
I would if I could, but if these are your demands, then no.
Then we will have to force you. This means bloodshed, Aranthiel, and innocents will die, and all because...
This conversation is over.
Bloody fool. Alma, prepare the attack. He asked for it.
Yes, my lord. What will happen to the prisoners?
The spies. Right. We're at war now, and this means you're my enemies. But as I said, I am a man of my word, and so I'll leave your fate to chance. Samael, put him to sleep, and then put him and his friend on a raft. If they survive, so be it. If not, fair enough.
Well, look who's here. How are you doing, silly? Still on the search? Is that so? Honestly, I find that a little hard to believe. But I guess you know what you're doing, don't you? You always did. Come on, let's go inside. I prepared a little surprise, or should I say a big one. I suppose that depends on how you look at it. Ta-da-da-da! Look who I dug out. It's Mother and little sister. Aren't they beautiful?
Aren't we beautiful? Aren't we beautiful?
But I suppose what we dead people do doesn't concern you now, does it, my child? Because you are important now. Ha! Can you believe it? He's important now. He is chosen.
Chosen. Chosen.
But you know, I think you've forgotten something amidst all this ballyhoo of prophecies, cleansings, and beacons. That you are weak. You are pathetic. You are worthless. And you are weak. That's what you were back then. That's what you are now. And that's what you'll always be. Saving lives? You? Ridiculous! But then again, maybe we do you wrong. So why don't you just tell us? Why you? Why should you, of all people, be the solution to the problem? Why should you be able to prevent something that has happened to mankind? That's right. You don't know. See? You did it again. You made me unhappy. You made me curse. And cursing is a sin. Don't you understand? I'm only trying to help you to see. This is not you, don't you understand? You are not yourself. And deep down inside, you know it as much as I do.
You know it. You know it.
So, tell me, silly, why is it so hard for you to just let go? Your place is here, in the realm of the dead. So just let yourself fall. It only hurts in the beginning, you know? Then it's like falling asleep. Please, my child. We miss you so much. Little sister wants to play with you again.
Play with you. Play with
And
you.
two of us, we could go hunting again, like back in the old days. Find ourselves a nice deer, and then have a good, juicy piece of meat for dinner. You even listen to me? Hey, you're not supposed to leave yet. You're already here. So why don't you just stay? Please, child, stay with us. 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 Stay with us.
Stay with me. Hey, can you hear me? Wake up. Bad dreams? Anyway, it's over now. That raft Korek put us on was about as seaworthy as a paper ship. But thank the sun, that fisherwoman over there took us in. She's headed for Duneville. A couple of hours. That spell Korek's mute buddy put on you must have been quite a doozy. They felt the blow to the... Yeah. That guy should really go easier on the bottle, if you ask me. But it seems that the thousands who follow... As if the high ones alone weren't threatened enough. Now they have a self-proclaimed messiah to... Well, as I heard it, he thinks the cleansing is evolution. They're still superstitious, so the sickness weeds them out. Natural selection. And yet, I'm afraid so. According to the fisherwoman, the first of Korak's battleships have already arrived near Duneville. Enderal isn't ready for this. Not at all. Most guards haven't tried. In other words, we're screwed. Well, I guess first of all, we should be grateful we made it out alive. I bet that if Korak would have known... Once we arrive in Duneville, we should get back to Ark as soon as possible. I'm sure Arenthiel and the others have already written us off as dead. I suggest you ask the fisherwoman how much farther it is to the village. Well, I suppose first of all I'll go get my pay. Regardless of what transpired, we fulfilled it. War is an entirely different story. And ending up beaten to a pulp with a damned warhammer certainly isn't on my priority list. Maybe. The Order might be powerful here in Enderal. On the other hand, if we don't manage to stop the cleansing... Oh, my, what did I get myself into? I feel like a bloody marionette in a goddamn play. Ouch. Bad one. Can't say it is... You know, there's one thing I just couldn't get out of... I mean, have we as a species really made this world a better place? And even now that we have a common enemy, we fail spectacularly. Heck, I sound like the biggest cynic alive. Let's stop here before it gets any worse. Go talk to the fisherwoman. You're really curious, aren't you? But yes, there is something that troubled... Well, I told you that we haven't talked much since... a couple of moons before we met. But she was gone, just like... It's been troubling me for quite some time now. It's probably nothing, but still, I'm worried. Huh?
you're awake. How are you? No, don't thank me. Your friend. He told me about the Naramis. War. I have trouble believing it. Oh, how very reassuring to hear that. But I guess, of course, that doesn't apply. Those bloody Naramis. Nothing is sacred to them anymore, is it? Anyway, I guess it's best if you rest a little more. As I said, I will do our best. I didn't think I'd ever say this, but right now I'd give a lot for the Art Guard to be here instead of these Duneville watchdogs. At least they know how to wage a war. In any case, you should get back to the Sun Temple as soon as possible, and show those Naramis bastards whose country this is.
We will. And again, thanks for your help.
Don't mention it.
So, we should be back within range of the teleport runes. I'm gonna head straight back to the temple. See you there.
Did you hear the news? Word has it, Captain Russia.
Aye, I told you. I never got how that imbecile made it to Captain.
Oh, really? Where'd she...
Did you say anything about what we can do about the mast?
Watch yourself out there. The sandstorms can get real ugly.
Well met.
There you are. I've been looking for you for days. Do you remember me? You, helped me back in the ruin.
My. You just don't get any younger.
Shh, not here. I just came to thank you. As you can imagine, I don't have any money to show you my gratitude. But I thought that this might be useful to you. I should thank. Walk blessed.
Be careful, my sir. The streets aren't safe.
Saira, I heard about what happened on Half, but war, it just seems so unreal. How has it come? I know you mean that as a joke, but I'm afraid it's not too far. Tell me, Saira, how is it possible that our beliefs about what's best for mankind are so different? Why are we so eager to be at each other? I'm not sure. You know what I find so hard to understand? Why there are so few people who actually care. so few people who feel the need to change something like you and I do. There are moments I just feel so powerless. As if we all know that if we keep going like this, we're headed for a catastrophe. But instead of changing course, do you know the feeling? Yes, I mean, is it so hard to see that this... You understand what I'm trying to say, don't you? You know that feeling too. I don't know, to me, that just... Whenever I think about it, I find it so hard not to get angry. They could put all that money to such good use if only they wanted to, but no. Sometimes I imagine going down there, grabbing one of them, but even that probably wouldn't help. I guess we only care about the things that directly affect us. Who fights against poverty if he's never suffered from it? Yes. And well, I guess I'm just not a person for pleasantries. Sorry. Saira, I have to ask you something. You said these things, compliments, comments that you, I don't know how to put it. No, but I'm not made for things like that. I've never felt the need for them, and honestly, no, never. Because you know a lot about me, Saira, and I appreciate... Let's leave it at that for now. We've still got a lot to do. The first of Korak's ships will reach shore soon, and we have to be prepared.
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
But that's ridiculous. We have to at least try to negotiate.
You know his demands. There's no basis for negotiation.
He has not seen what we have seen. The writings, the memories of the Prophet. If he just realized...
Taranor Korak would rather throw away his comb that had been a mistake. Believe me, I know him.
I am sure the Grand Master has a solution ready. After all, he was the one who dismissed Korak's attempts to negotiate so swiftly.
First we wait for the group's return, then we will see.
But it's been a week.
My dams, my sirs.
Shit. What took you so long? And where is Constantine?
That's a long story.
And those were his final words? I can't believe it.
Simply another victim of the High Ones. If we do not activate the beacon soon, he won't be the last.
Oh, right. The beacon. If it's activated, we'll simply glow the red madness away, won't we? Or maybe we could, for once in all this, do something that actually makes sense, and focus our resources on finding an alchemistical or thaumaturgical solution to this problem, rather than trusting in a pile of scrap metal.
Oh, by the Prophet's ass, won't you just shut up for a minute? All day long you do nothing but babble, getting on our nerves, and nothing you ever say gets us any closer to a fucking solution. So why don't you just shove off to one of the bathhouses? Go torture the washerwomen with your never-ending lamentations. That would be helpful for a change.
You will take that back.
Will I? Come here and make me. I'd be delighted.
Blasphemy!
Guard your tongue, wild mage, or...
Or what? Are you gonna kill me? That's what you do best, you and your fucking order.
Silence! You are angry, Lishari Pegast, and I understand why. But in the moment you let that anger destroy this alliance, Firespark's sacrifice will have been in vain. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
No. No, it isn't.
Good. I am tired of this endless bickering. We have a responsibility, and we will fulfill it.
Well said, Oranthio. And how exactly do you think we are going to do that? Without the sources, the beacon is as worthless as a heap of rusty iron.
The chroniclers are on it, and they will find the answer. Novice, tell Commander Aaron to join us. We need to plan the defense of the land. You, Prophet, will come to me as soon as you have recovered. Now, let us get to work.
Please, Telor. Jorik is right. A war with Nerim? This is madness.
I know that it is going to be tough. We have no...
The sun be constant. It's just not fair.
Yes, the beacon. The beacon. The beacon.
Then none of... Yeah, Constantine wasn't... I have to talk to you. I believe I'm onto something. Their client from Ark. Let's not talk here, though. I'll be in the first room. And hurry.
This is ludicrous, Taylor. It's entirely irrational. The man I knew would never have acted like this.
Yes, because that man is dead.
Come to the dancing. See you there.
Driven by fear and selfishness before, and they were always wrong. I will not let it happen again. Seriously, Natara, stop acting as if this were about reason. You're just afraid of making sacrifices for what you believe in. You always were.
Sacrifices? This is about your damn pride, Telor. Nothing else.
Irrelevant. This madman, Koarek. He has completely reshuffled. Physically, yes. And we also know how it works now. It is easier than we thought. The beacon was constructed for one thing, to destroy the High Ones. Essentially, they can be compared to the cold or to shadows. Cold and fire, shadow and light. Yes. Imagine a torch driving away the darkness in the moment it is Yes, as I said, it needs to be infused with energy. Once they are filled, the beacon can be ignited and the High Ones will be undone. Give the Arcanists some more time and I will let you know if there's any news. In the meantime, get equipped accordingly. Some of the Nerimes have landed already, and outbreaks of the... Well, it's only fair to tell you. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Thousand? Between 8,192 and 8,000, they were brought into being by a group of intellectuals and philosophers who, under all the freedom of thought, Saldrine saw himself in Kira. No opinion is forbidden, which is why it is home to countless. An appealing thought if you hear it for the first time. But a cunning people isn't easy to rein. There have been more revolts. Correct. Just as my son Terra. Dust crystals planted in the marketplaces and assassinations, you name it. However, they never succeeded in putting her down, and neither did she in destroying them. Which is why the court none to be taken seriously. You know, not everywhere is the... I saw the Kiranian keepers who served the Golden Queen. A bunch of decadent A moon after our arrival, we received an anonymous tip. As we entered it, we were greeted by the township's elder. I should have seen by then that something was wrong. Yes, but if there was one according to them, we were nothing but butchers who executed everyone unable. That's what they wanted us to think, and they did a good job at that. A veil. Then a man seemed to charge at us, and I gave the order to draw weapons. No, not a fight. A massacre. I realized that I had made a mistake a split second after it started, but it was too late by then. My men, have you ever been in a big battle? Even if my men would have stopped, the villagers were blinded. Well, what better proof of the Lightborn's cruelty is there than a division? That distrust had turned into hatred, and nothing could have changed that. Not even the Golden Queen's heralds. We set sail back to Enderal a week later. 2 years after that, the Red Half-Moon destroyed itself. I should the Lightborn and the Grandmaster back at that, but I learned one thing, and that is that I will never again let fear. That will never happen again. Prophet. What? Really? Provided this is true, that means that... And that also means that whoever granted us our powers and our purpose isn't an enemy of the High Ones, but a... I beg your pardon. What? And the same goes for me? That's ridiculous. And without me, we would have never come that far. Something changed inside me since I fled from my prison.
A machine that can banish these High Ones. Mysteries
Well met.
endless, aren't they?
Greetings.
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say
you're here.
about you. I
thought
really
you
do.
were in the city.
Hello.
No,
Well, finding out about the Blackstones was definitely like a child asked to understand the functioning of a Starling airship.
I could have done without
Remind me not to burst into tears.
That really happened. Brother Yarrow doesn't mean... He's such a good man. Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Hungry? Huh? Can I help? I have books,
Yes?
potions, anything for friends of Pap.
Rena Shalom, my sir. Are you looking for fresh fish? Rena Shalom, my sir. Are you looking for fresh fish?
Huh?
Sure. You'll have to pay normally, though. As much as the Grandmaster favors you, metal and work don't come for free. Walk blessed.
That's what I'm here for. Take a look. Walk blessed.
Well, well, if it isn't the prodigy.
Huh. You're the one they call the prophet.
What? Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick or two I could show you. But trust me, they don't come cheap.
Kill for something like that.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Walk. Sure. Take a look. Walk blessed.
If it's clam and fish you seek, then come and take a good look.
Walk blessed, my sir. How can... Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me. Walk blessed!
Well, there's always news. Word has it that he doesn't seem to be one for traditions. That's we always go to.
Oh, not a place I would recommend you visit based on its history, and all the people who've been killed there. Well, I'm not a chronicler, but there was this riot in Ar. It was a massacre, and up to this day the valley's still littered with bones.
Hungry for
Mother always had a liking for this story.
I have books.
Which is probably part of it. Built her hut there.
Anything for friends and pals.
Straight?
Hello.
Sir?
You. Do you need something? I need some time for myself.
Huh? Well, what should I think about it? It starts getting really ugly. Plus, most soldiers of the city guard have never used their weapons on anything else than training dummies, while the Neramis have been hardened by 2 decades of civil war. I truly hope this Korak comes to senses.
Malfas's blessings. The Southerner? Yeah, she did. Bit gruff, but she's a pretty thing. What'd you ask? Did she do something? May your path always be even.
Well, what should I? Plus, most soldiers of the city guard have never used their weapons on anything else than training dummies, while the Neramis have been hardened by 2 decades of civil war. I truly hope this Korak comes to senses.
Prophet, are you in there? Prophet, are you in there? Prophet, are you in there? Kirash, what? Why? What have you done? Watch your tongue, Shari. Forgive me. Yes, I know. We both know that we're not involved in this. So please... It's been a while since there was a man at Lashari's side. So why? What? Then... Oh, Kirash, Lashari, why the sea... Maybe the murder... We have to search. What's this? Let me see. Yes! No, sure. But come to think about it, it doesn't really help us either. Oh, by the name of the sun. Yes, you do that. But come back to the temple as soon as you... Even though we paid a high price for it. Is it now? Remind me not to burst into tears.
Yes, cautious.
Now a good pipe.
Come back anytime.
You. Good to see you.
What?
Yes.
The prodigy, huh?
If it isn't the Prophet, what's wrong? You look troubled. I know.
I didn't think I would
Shah
ever
Rim
say
has
this,
already told
but
me.
thank
I hardly knew her, but it's horrible. We need to find the ones who did this, and fast. But you probably already know that. Thank Malphus we just had a breakthrough with it. At least as far as the sockets go, yes. In the old tablets you found an old... This is what we've been asking ourselves over the past few weeks. And then they appeared for the first time in the Golden Era, and every self-important noble literally fought to get one in his possession. They changed owners for decades. Sometimes by violence, sometimes by gold. The whole thing only... No. At least not with any no... Nevertheless, all of their owners eventually shared the same fate. According to a survivor of this tragedy, she was to blame for that. He claimed that he saw her the night it happened. She was not previously known to have any magical talent in her. Correct. Plus, all of them eventually showed similar symptoms of delusion, like those possessed by the... Not quite.
Those who owned a pearl tried to get rid of it, or lock it up somewhere safe, and eventually they fell into oblivion. Tell him your theory, Archmagister.
Yes, of course. We believe that the stones carry energy, pure, uncontrolled magic. Correct. The pearl's magic make their owners powerful, but the High Ones, the red shimmer in the victim's eyes, the slow descent into madness, and ultimately this irrational, destructive... That's what we thought too, but it seems we were wrong. Maybe the High Ones never leave, and the death of the gods is only what really sets them rolling, so to speak. That's a question. Maybe they like for us to suffer. Or maybe they see... Or maybe the very concept of intentions is meaningless to them. That's what we think, yes. Nothing else in this world possesses that much raw power.
Which is why you will find them for us. No, because we know what we are dealing. Imagine them as a powerful, magical sword. A fool, which doesn't mean, however, that what we need is their energy. And once we have transferred that to the beacon... That's right. But we don't need all of them. The Archmagister...
I studied the history of the pearls as a young arcanist, and I think that my notes might give you some hints. Just come to me whenever you have questions.
And hurry. I take it you have already noticed this, but Nerimi's troops are roaming our land and building outposts, and the Red Madness is also getting worse as we speak. Now go, Prophet. The sooner we find these stones, the better.
That's beyond me.
You.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Be easy. Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead? Let's hope he knows what he's doing. Yes, it makes sense.
Walk blessed.
You were there, weren't you?
What?
Moonshine Island. Huh?
Yes.
A machine that can banish these high ones. Mysteries of this world are endless, aren't they?
Oh, hey. War on Nerim. War on Kile. Red Madness. What the fuck is wrong with this?
Huh?
Huh?
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you. I really do.
Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead?
This just doesn't make any sense.
Yes?
Why can't it ever be easy? Yes.
Yes. Here. There they are. I've marked the most relevant parts so you don't have to read the entire book. Just see if they tell you anything that could give you a clue as to where you should start searching. I will be waiting at the beacon.
At the horizon. Name is my sacrament. Thy path I will honor, in life as in death.
Yes? Have you found any of the stones yet? Yes? Have you found any of the stones yet?
Yes, it makes sense.
Kovarak, Baranthiel. Same shit, different smell.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Hello?
One day, Naya.
You walk blessed.
In the bed, sorry.
Malphas's blessings. That pretty boy, you mean? Aye. He looked a little battered, if you ask me. You know him well? I see. You know what? If you're looking for him anyway, could you give him... Aye. A young woman, apparently. Maybe one of his beloved, who knows. Seemed urgent, though. Anyway, I need to get... to work. I'll tell the guy you were looking for him if he comes back.